So I finally figured I would see what all the fuss is about this knife. This is the Benchmade Bugout, and that is what we are going to talk about. Alright people, so here it is, the Benchmade Bugout. You've seen probably, you know, Wrangler Star say he doesn't like it, then you've seen Canadian Prepper say how he's wrong and he likes it. Whatever. I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Here's what I think about this thing. So I obviously already opened it if you saw my Instagram. But, you know, for dramatic effects, we are going to reopen it. It comes in this cool little rag. I mean, I guess it's microfiber or silk or something. I don't know. But anyway, here's the knife. Axis lock, blah, blah, blah. And, yeah. So, that's it. It's plastic. It's, S30V steel. And I like it. Video's over. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Alright, I'm just kidding. But seriously, this thing is really nice, guys. I'm going to have to disagree with Wrangler Star and go ahead and say that this thing is awesome. Because I like it. I really like it a lot. And the plastic scales, they don't bother me because, well, that's what you're getting into when you buy this knife. You're buying it for lightweight reasons and because it's super thin. There's no liner lock, there's no frame lock or nothing. It's just an axis lock. And it's really easy to use. It's kind of tough to do off the camera here, but let me see if I can. Now, this is my first time owning one of these knives, a Benchmade. So, you know, I never had an axis lock before, but I can tell you it's very fun. And I like it a lot. You can obviously open it with the thumb stud, but you don't need to. I mean, I probably never will. Just doing that, that's so satisfying. It's just like, it's awesome. So, plastic scales, that's the huge ordeal most people are having with this knife. And that the fact that it's, you know, doesn't have steel liners that go all the way across. You can kind of pinch it together, whatever. I mean, you're not prying car doors open with this thing. I mean, there's a right tool for the job. So this is a cutting utensil. It's a cutting tool. It's not meant to pry things and stuff. It's meant to cut things and stuff of that nature. So if you're using it for how it's intended to be used, you're not going to have any issues. On top of the fact that it's a very EDC friendly knife because of its, I mean, this thing weighs nothing. It weighs less than 2 ounces. I think it's 1.86 ounces. And I'm getting that from another YouTuber, but I'm almost positive that's what this thing weighs. And actually, I am positive that is what it weighs. So anyway, deep carrot clip, that's another EDC friendly thing. And just look at how thin it is. It's just, you can't beat that, and it lines up really well. I've heard issues with quality control for Benchmade. I haven't had an issue with this knife. You know, it's just drop point blade. Really cool. S30V steel, so you're getting a quality steel. You know, and knife guys, you know, steel is steel. I mean, I guess, but you know, I'd rather have this than, you know, something like D2 or something, or Aus 8 even. So really what you're paying for when you pay $130 is what I paid for this, which I know it's more expensive than what it was a few months back, but you know what, whatever. You're paying for that little symbol right there. That's what you're paying for, and that's fine. But also, the craftsmanship of this knife is really unmatched. I own tons of knives here that you're going to see in a second. I mean, I have a nice PM2, and this knife isn't great to carry because it's just too freaking big. You know, look at the size difference, look at the thickness. You know, and it's got the same steel. So, you know, it's like, does this thing have S30? Yeah, this is S30V. I thought it might have been 35. And then you have something like an Ontario Rat. Like, look at the size. Who wants to carry that thing? You can fit this knife in between there. Seriously. And maybe your biggest competition with something like this is going to be a Delica. But, you know, this knife doesn't have the quality that this thing does. I mean, not even close. Not even close, and it's way heavier, substantial amount heavier than this thing. So your steel liner is only going to there. That's where it goes to. And then even the plastic is cut out to make this thing lighter. So the axis lock is unbelievable. It's just so much fun to play with that. Lanyard hole, which I like. I enjoy the lanyard hole. Most of my knives have lanyards, as you'll see. I love the gold thumb stud. I mean, I hear like the blue one's the best color. I honestly think this is the best coloration for this knife because of that gold. And just that, I guess it's like an army green / desert look. It looks more green to me than anything, but you know, whatever. Yeah, I think it has a lot more OD green in it than a khaki, but everybody may see that differently. It just looks green to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. So, deep carry clip I love. The clip is great. It fits in the pocket just like, it's just nothing in the pocket. I'll show you what it looks like in the pocket. And what else am I missing here? So, it has a choil. Look at that sharpening choil. I mean, they just make it real easy. Like, come on. Like, something like you have a like, how the hell are you supposed to sharpen that? I mean, come on, Spyderco. You know? And when they do that, they do these things to their knives. Like, why? Why would you do such a thing? Even my Kershaw fly-through has a sharpening choil. So that's much appreciated by them. And that's a huge plus. And look at that belly on that thing. I mean, you got a lot of tool there. So, you know, the plastic handles, they're not bothering me. I mean, I'm not trying to pry things apart with this knife. I have pry tools and screwdrivers and flatheads and things and multi-tools and stuff for that. So if you're getting a pocket knife so you can pry things and you're worried about prying things, then, you know, this is probably not the knife you want to go with. But, you know, as far as having a lightweight EDC knife that you can carry in your pocket all the time, man, this is a no-brainer if you don't mind paying over $100. Which, you know, for this kind of quality in a knife, I don't know, it's really hard to match this. It is. The Delica doesn't match it, the Spyderco doesn't match. It's just for how, like, if a Spyderco made something like this, it wouldn't be this good, I think. You know what I mean? Is what I'm trying to say. Because, like, yeah, it's plastic, but it's built well plastic. If that makes sense. I don't know. Does it? That axis lock is amazing. A couple other more things about it. It's right or left carry. You can carry it right or left. Only tip up. And I think it has just the amount that you need to have going on. You know, it's very clean looking. It's a clean looking knife, you know. Like, if you look, I complained about the Kershaw before. How it has Kershaw printed in the center of the blade like that, and then on the clip like that. Like, you know, it's like, come on, and this big glob of writing here. It's just ugly. That is clean and nice, and that's what I mean by that. And somebody actually had the nerve to say I don't know what I'm talking about. Whatever, man. My opinion is that's ugly. This is clean. Now, that's a great knife, and I love it, but this is much, much more my style. And this is replacing it easily. Most days, at least. I mean, I even slept with the thing. It's obviously a joke, but is it? So let's see how sharp it is. Yep, it's sharp. So do we need to keep doing that? I mean, the thing's a razor blade. It's awesome. It's a really good, cool knife. I love it. I love how freaking lightweight and thin it is. I think that's the biggest plus about this knife. Besides the fact that that axis lock is awesome. Now, the Benchmade 940 I've heard compared to this. I don't really think that that's a fair comparison. It's a totally different market range. It's a totally different knife. Everything about it is different besides the lock. But I don't really feel like you compare a $270 or $40 knife compared to this thing. I mean, really, come on. So, in my eyes, yeah, I think this is a great knife. I love it. I'm actually really impressed with it. I was very skeptical about it, and you guys know this has been on my list to buy for a while. So is the 940, but it's just too much damn money for me right now. You know, and this just meant the build. It's Benchmade. It's a great company. It's been around a long time. And, you know, has the right axis lock and everything. And I'm not, you know, I'm a painter. I have lots of paint stuff. I don't pry paint cans open with my knives. I can tell you right now. you know, if I have a paint can in around and I don't have something to open it with by my paint cans, and I have a knife in my pocket, I'm still gonna go get a screwdriver or something. I'm not gonna use my knife. It's just not what it's for. So keep that in mind when you hear people talk about, oh, you can't pry a paint can with this or something, or, you know, it's a knife. It's not meant to be prying things. So just keep that in mind. Now, of course, yeah, if you have something like this, you know, you could probably climb Mount Everest with this thing and stick it in the side of a freaking mountain. But, you know, you're going to pay the price of having a 3-ounce knife in your pocket that's thicker than your boner on a holiday rum. You're thicker than a boner on holiday rum. Think about that for a second. Did I just said that out loud? So guys, let's do the final conclusion over there. So if you are considering this, also one thing I would like to mention is that it feels really good in the hand. Like, ergonomically, this thing is awesome. It's got a really nice grip on there for the rain when it's wet. This is just an ideal everyday carry knife. So, you know, as far as like a 940 goes, maybe, like, they're slick and stuff. Like, I like this. I really like this. I like it a lot. And as far as backpacking goes, as the lightweight, like, you're not really, I mean, yeah, that's cool for backpacks. It could be a great backpacking knife, but, I mean, are you seriously worried about ounces in your backpack? I mean, yeah, ounces equals pounds, but, like, this is meant to be in a pocket. This could be a great backpacking knife, but that's not what it's for. Lots of knives are great backpacking knives, you know what I mean? So this is meant for your pocket. It's really super thin in your pocket. So, and the ergonomics, yeah, it's great. It feels great in the hand. That's just what I wanted to say real quick. The Benchmade Bugout 535. I love it. It's probably my favorite new knife. I don't see any reason besides the fact that it has plastic handles that you might not want to buy this. But, you know, and it's $100. Oh, it's $100 for a plastic knife. You know, that could bother some people, but it doesn't bother me, and I'm a huge knife junkie. I have tons of plastic knives that weigh over 3 ounces. This is definitely over 2 ounces, this knife. Look at how thick this thing is compared to that. I mean, it's just a no-brainer better than this. And, you know, it's a fun little knife. It's cool to play with. Look at that. I mean, come on, guys. Seriously? I'm not that great at it yet, but I will get good at it. It's a lot of fun. It's a really cool knife. I like it a lot, and I think you should definitely buy it if you're considering it. And tell Benchmade that I sold it to you. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for this little review on the Bugout 535 by Benchmade. I absolutely love it. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.